It is the August long weekend. Welcome in to Gulls Field in Sylvan Lake, Alberta, Canada. My name is Joe Whitbread. This is Beyond the Bases, our post-game show presented by the Market in Bentley. And welcome in, everybody. It's another Gulls home field win. This is Reese Harmon, who's our player of the game and the guest on Beyond the Bases. Reese, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, great to have you. It's, I think, easy to say that it's fun to be a Sylvan Lake Gull right now. Best team in the league by standings and certainly on a tear. Playing Edmonton 3 games in a row, 3 straight wins. Last weekend in Fort McMurray. We've got Brooks coming. Is it fun to be a Gull right now?
We got a lot of good things going on. A lot of good people, good players, good teammates, and a good staff that's keeping our head on our shoulders and keeping us humble too. So it's good. We're kind of all getting together and gluing together at the right time.
You know, I really appreciate that, and you're absolutely right. The fans are having a blast with this, local fans, those watching online, and parents, too. I want to talk to you about that, but first, let's show you and the fans the highlights from tonight's ballgame. How did this team start? Your team, obviously, against Edmonton, who came out hot again on another night.
Well, they got Doig, who's a former goal, and he was swinging it hot, so it's always good to see him. But just doing the little things, not worrying about them scoring in the first because it's going to come, the dam's going to break. So just sticking through it, and there's CJ Townsend with a nuke.
Yeah, and the big bats, obviously. But nice to see some different home run hitters. You're right, CJ, talk about his bat, but also this lineup. It's very deep.
It's really deep. We got a lot of good players. Even the guys we're giving guys rest days, but even the guys coming off the bench are ready to come in and play and get after it.
Yeah, a lot of guys ready to play in the field defensively, the pitching staff, but also at the plate, and we'll talk a little bit about that. How fun is it to watch your pitchers find the plate? For those of you who might have missed it, but certainly in these highlights, you'll notice we had a couple of pitchers, like we did last night, who made their way to the plate and take some swings. How fun is that for the bench?
It's a blast watching them to go up there, and it's also funny because they come back in and tell us that's very humbling to be a hitter. So that's just really fun to watch.
Yeah, here's Josh Tucker's at bat. He gave it the best. What was the chatter like? Here's Alamedo's bat as well. No success at the plate, but to be expected, I suppose. But what was the chatter like on the bench?
They've got some nice swings. I was actually surprised, but they look really good at the plate, and they look like naturals, like they've done it before.
Yeah, and if the tables were turned, if you were asked to pitch as a position player, how would that go?
Give me the rock.
Yeah, give me the rock, he said. It's Reese Harmon. This is Beyond the Bases, brought to you by the Market in Bentley. Reese, first chance we've had a chance to have you on the show. There are viewers from all over North America, and you have made your summer home in Sylvan Lake, Canada. We like to ask those from the States where they're from, your minor ball resume a little bit, and what you knew of Sylvan Lake before you ever got here. And if the answer is nothing, that's okay. Tell us about your baseball resume.
So I'm from Indiana. I went to Iowa Western Community College for 3 years. I'll be going to Seattle University, and I heard about Sylvan Lake through my assistant coach. He knew McKnight, I believe. Yep. And that's the connection of how I got here.
And a little bit, which we'd be remiss if we didn't say hello to some people that are watching or potentially watching. Family, who do you think about on nights like this?
I want to thank my billets first off. They're awesome people. They're really fun to just kind of hang out with and go surf and do whatever. And then my family, my mom and dad, and then Rhett, Luke, and Kaylee, my siblings. So what's up, guys?
Yeah, really pretty. And they're in Indiana?
They're in Indiana, yeah.
Yeah, it's great. And you can mention your billet family by name. We have a lot of Sylvan Lake or Central Alberta people. What family, the family name? Who looks after you during the off-season, and what's your favorite pregame meal?
So the Heart Sooks looked after me. I'm with them for probably a couple more weeks because that's how long playoffs is. Yep. And that's the plan, at least. Yep. And then favorite pregame meal is...
Or postgame.
Or postgame? I like Alfredo.
Yep.
I'm a big pasta guy.
Yeah, and that is a fan favorite. And just a quick shout out to Olivia. Olivia is the bat girl for the team, and there's a great connection there, and you get to hang out with her, and really, that seems like a really neat. You're the big brother.
Yeah. She gets to see a little behind the scenes too. Like yesterday, she saw the chatty talk. Yeah. So she was a part of that, but it's cool to kind of have her in the dugout and just talk to her and hang out.
Yeah, you'll have to like and subscribe for the chatty talk. We all saw it, but you were one that was privileged to it. Really appreciate you joining us on Beyond the Bases, Reese. There's a big hug. Your billet sister, and absolutely just a wonderful luck on the rest of the season. This is a great stretch. A couple more to come this weekend against Brooks, and we wish you all the best.
Thank you very much.
There you go. That is Reese Harmon, your player of the game for Snap Fitness in Sylvan Lake on Beyond the Bases, brought to you by The Market in Bentley. Thanks very much, Reese. Appreciate it. There it is, the next home game, August 4th against Brooks. As we bring in, this game is really, really exciting because this is Fan Appreciation Night. Every year we have one big game where the crowd shows up in huge numbers. Tomorrow or Sunday night is brought to you by Synovus Energy, and it's Fan Appreciation Night, and it gives us an opportunity to bring in one of the amazing fan engagers that you obviously recognize from Sylvan Lake Gulls games here locally. Jared Waldo, the game day host of your Sylvan Lake Gulls. Jared, thanks for joining us on Beyond the Bases.
Oh, always happy to be here, Joe.
Jared, you get to hang out like right there in the seats with the fans every night. This is an exciting night. Every time we see it on the schedule, we love Fan Appreciation Night.
Fan Appreciation Night from day one, or from the original first season, has always been the best. It's a chance for the organization to recognize the fans that have completely embraced and adopted the Gulls as their own and made it huge, not even just in Central Alberta and Sylvan Lake, but across the province. I'm seeing Gulls hats in Sherwood Park and all over the place in many rinks during the winter. The Gulls fever is just kind of spread. And so Fan Appreciation Night is a really great chance for us to just add another level of appreciation for everything they do and how they support the club.
Yeah, there's goodies available every year. There's treats and prizes and giveaways, and our huge thanks to Synovus, a huge sponsor. And there's so many great sponsors of this club locally and who have jumped on board because they recognize the value in this product for $1,600, $1,700 a night.
Absolutely. And, I think we see that support season after season because they recognize, like you said, the value, but how much this has grown. And it's, it's almost amazing to see in 4 seasons how we started during a summer where we were only allowed to have 300 fans in the building to where we are now, where we're fighting to get people in a good way, and there's always room, and there's always tickets to be had, but it's a good problem, and it just goes to show that when you have that kind of fan appreciation, that support, but that corporate support, the business support as well, when it all comes together, you get something really good, and we're seeing that product on and off the field.
Only 2 regular season games left. The Brooks Bombers in town, as mentioned, on a Sunday night and a Monday afternoon, and both games, Jared, features our running of the bases. This has become a fan favorite in Sylvan Lake.
It really is, and when we talk about appreciation, you may have seen it just behind us before when you were speaking with Reese. A guy like Kevin Spear is every single game is out there engaging with the kids, interacting with the kids, taking that additional time. And it's those little things like that that really cement it. And it shows the fans how much the players appreciate them coming out to support. But for the fans to get that kind of unique experience is what makes it all worthwhile. And that's what I love the most. The baseball is great, what we do with the promos, but it's afterwards when you get that firsthand engagement with the players, that takes it to another level.
And I even saw you sign some autographs too. You've become a fan favorite here yourself. Jared Waldo, appreciate you being here and signing some autographs too.
Yeah, it's great. It humbles you that you feel that you're a part of this experience. You think sometimes we're running around and we're interrupting things, but when people tell you how much fun they've had and they've coming from all across the province to experience this, to be a small part of that in any way, to put smiles on faces is what it's all about.
And we're heading down the stretch. 2 regular season home games, but the postseason is here. Tickets are on sale now. Jared, good luck on the Sunday night and the Monday afternoon game. I'll see you at the ballpark.
Oh, absolutely. We're chasing that record, and we love to see you here.
The record he's talking about is most wins in a WCBL season, and it is up for grabs should the Gulls win out. This was another win on home field for your Sylvan Lake Gulls, and the pitchers were involved. So was Jim Claggett up in the broadcast booth. We made some spectacular catches in fair territory, foul territory, and the Edmonton Prospects in their 3rd game here gave up some Long balls again. That's C.J. Townsend with the long ball. The pitchers were on tonight again, and the defensive efforts outstanding. Ben Bowman from our pitching staff made an appearance with Jim Claggett in the broadcast booth. Matty Fung and the team had some RBIs, some runs, and some double plays too. On behalf of Mitch and Calvin and Blake, Jared and Morgan, Cody, Sully, Lauren, Marin, Georgia, and the amazing team behind the scenes. They make this all possible. Beyond the Bases is brought to you by The Market in Bentley, and we'll see you for another one on Sunday night. Enjoy, everyone.